Yo, welcome everyone. The breakout out of this triangle will probably happen in the next 48 hours. I really do hope you are ready because the move will likely be very violent. Let me show you. You're first going to see exactly at what level is Bitcoin right now getting a bounce towards the upside off of. Remember our daily high-term time frame area of support we have been paying attention to right now for the past few days. Already yesterday, we hit the level almost to the exact dollar accuracy, but it does look like Bitcoin got another push down, hitting the daily level once again, taking the liquidity below our recent low, and since then we are right now getting a push towards the upside once again of approximately, let's just say, 3.6%. And of course, approximately at this specific area, the only trades we were interested in were of course brand new long or buy trades. Even myself personally, I added even more capital to my long trade on Bitcoin, to the long trade on Ethereum, to the long trade on XRP, and also of course to the long trade on Solana. But also of course, if you are in my free VIP Discord server, yesterday I said to you, daily and the volume level continues to hold. Nothing extremely bearish as of now. Will be really bad if broken, but support is support until proven otherwise. Better to look for new longs rather than new short trades. So it really does look like Bitcoin is right now not only bouncing at our daily level, also of course, we were able to get the acceptance back again above the value area low right here, above the volume resistance at approximately 66,400 US dollars. And also, remember from our yesterday's video, when we were talking about the trendline area of resistance, we connected all of our lower highs right here. We even went with the anchored VWAP, and right now it really does look like both of those levels are actually getting a break towards the upside, and that is right now why I really want to talk about the symmetrical triangle that Bitcoin is right now probably forming right here on the 1 hourly and also on the 2 hourly time frame, because the reality is with this entire push down, yes, it is actually some kind of a higher low. So we can be connecting both of the lows right here, both of the lower highs, and yes, it does look like the shape right here is actually some kind of a symmetrical triangle. And what we can right to do, identifying the waves of our triangle. We can write the same. We got our A wave, we got our B wave, our C wave, our D wave right here, and right now probably Bitcoin is forming some kind of the last E elite wave, literally straight towards the upside. Usually the E elite wave is not really perfectly respecting the trendline area of resistance, so potentially we can actually look for this E elite wave to top out slightly earlier, and later in the video I'm going to actually show you the exact level you should right now really pay attention to in a case Bitcoin does get another push towards the upside. But what is right now going to be the target? We are going to go with the trend line right here, measuring the entire opening of our triangle, putting the trend line on the potential breakout that might or might not occur towards the upside. And it does look like the level is going to come in at approximately 76,000 US dollars. On the other hand, if potentially we do get a break towards the upside, technically speaking, the price target is actually going to be another lower low below 60,000 US dollars. And to be honest right now, when we pay attention to this specific triangle, in my opinion, it definitely does have a higher probability of breaking towards the downside. Yes, later in the video, I'm going to show you also a bullish scenario in a case, of course, we start breaking towards the upside, but the reality right now is the overall trend right here is still towards downside. Bitcoin pushed in the triangle with a major dump right here, so technically speaking, and of course also looking at the probabilities, unfortunately, we do have a higher probability of breaking the triangle straight towards downside. That is, of course, why we might be looking for another short or a sell trade very soon. And before we do talk about that, I would really appreciate for you to smash up the like button, because 1000 likes are really possible right here. And of course also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Right now, let me first of all go with the area of resistance, what can actually be one of the very important price targets of our E elite wave. So what we are right now going to do, remember what are usually the most important levels in our Fibonacci ratio. Of course, it is always going to be the golden pocket. So what we can right now do, going from the high here back towards the low, golden Fibonacci ratio coming in at approximately 69,000 US dollars. But not only that, remember we can go on the daily time frame to identify a brand new daily high term time frame area of resistance, and it really does look like that this specific daily level is coming in almost exactly at our golden Fibonacci ratio. But not only that, because we can also go with our fixed range volume profile, measuring the entire bottom price action with volume, surprisingly or maybe not, the point of control, the biggest volume cluster, coming in exactly at this specific area. 69,000 US dollars is right now actually a very important price target. If Bitcoin right here does continue higher, of course, we can then talk about our elite wave potentially topping out. And of course, at this specific area, we might even look to fire another short or sell trade. Later in the video, I am going to show you another short trading idea right here. But nevertheless, as of right now, Bitcoin, of course, is still below this specific area. So because we trade from level to level, because resistance is resistance until proven otherwise, I would definitely say right now, if we hit this specific level, get some kind of a rejection back down, looking for a short trade at such a nice level is definitely going to be a valid trading idea. But the thing is, what if this specific level is not going to get respected? What if Bitcoin breaks the level and actually goes much higher towards the upside, maybe even breaking our major triangle right here towards the upside? In this scenario, we might even look for our bullish elite wave count. Remember already a few days ago, I shared with you exactly what is currently my primary bullish elite wave count. Now, to be honest, actually, I don't really think that this specific scenario does have the highest probability of playing out. I still do think that looking right here at the triangle is right now actually the highest probability scenario, looking for another break towards downside. However, I still right now want to be prepared, because what if Bitcoin actually already bottomed out at this specific area? But of course, in this scenario, all of our long trades right here are going to be in an even bigger profit. Personally, I am right now prepared in a case, of course, Bitcoin is going to literally explode towards the upside, and that is right now why I still want to share with you a bullish scenario I'm right now paying attention to. We are going to identify right here our first impulsive elite wave. The entire push down, of course, I think you are going to agree with me, it looks very, very choppy. It looks very, very corrective. So we could potentially say that this right here is our second elite wave. But here, you need to right now pay attention to what is going to happen in the upcoming days. Because of course, if we are literally right here going to explode towards the upside, very high volume, the green candles are going to look significantly towards the upside. In this scenario, we can talk about the third elite wave, fourth one, and then the fifth one. Of course, right now, we are not really getting any major pumps towards the upside. The only thing we are getting right here is a very small bump. So that is why, at least as of right now, the triangle remains my primary scenario. However, as we said before, if we start breaking it towards the upside, we could talk about a bullish 5-wave price structure towards the upside. And of course, how can we right now go with the target of our third elite wave? Let's go from the low right here. Let's go towards this specific high. Let's go towards this low. We are not going to be using the log scale because we are actually only on the 2-hour time frame right here, and we are going to apply the 1.618 Fibonacci extension level on our chart. If right now we are talking about a significant pump towards the upside, the first price target looking at the 5-wave price structure is actually going to be 74,400 US dollars right here on the Bitcoin price itself. But again, this specific target is going to be relevant only if we start moving impulsively, significantly, with a very high volume, literally straight towards the upside. Until this is going to happen, again, my primary scenario remains the same, looking potentially for another push towards the upside for the breakdown out of this specific symmetrical triangle. So looking for another short trade approximately at our area of resistance. If you look like that, this actually make quite a lot of sense. And that is right now why, if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free 20 USDT sign-up bonus using the first link down below in the description. Because on Bybit right now, you register, you're going to get 20 USDT completely for free. You deposit at least $100, you're going to get another 20 USDT. But also, when you're going to open up your first trade, you're going to get even bigger bonuses using the first link down below. And also, by the way, on Bybit Exchange right now, you can even trade Forex, commodities, and also stock CFDs. But additionally, if you feel slightly more risky, you can even trade the brand new tokens that are being released. So, of course, if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free bonuses using the first link down below after you register and after initial deposit. Right now, let me also do share with you what is going to be a major red flag on Bitcoin in a case right now already we are going to start moving significantly towards downside. We of course talked about right now our bullish scenario in case we pump, in case our triangle is going to get a major breakout towards the upside. But the thing is, what of course our plan right here is going to play out? What if the triangle does actually get right here a major break towards downside? The first major red flag is simply going to be losing a very important important area of support. And what is this level going to be? Let's actually go on the daily time frame, because right here we actually confirmed yesterday and only a few hours ago a brand new daily high term time frame area of support at $66,400. And trust me, this specific level is really not a random one. How do I know that? Let's actually right now again measure the entire bottom price action with volume, and you be the judge. But it really does look like the value area low right here, the bottom volume level coming in exactly at our daily level right here. So definitely what we can right now say, if Bitcoin in the upcoming days potentially is going to lose our daily, our value area low, major red flag, and probably this specific triangle is actually then going to get a major break towards downside. Additionally, let's actually pay attention to the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, because on this one right here, at least on the 3-day time frame, it does look like bigger liquidations are actually going to be exactly above the recent highs. And that is actually also one of the reasons why ideally right here we are looking for Bitcoin to go just slightly higher towards the upside, and to be honest right here, at least towards our golden Fibonacci ratio. But additionally right now, when we are zooming out on the 2-week time frame, this right here is actually looking definitely slightly differently, because what you're going to see right here, biggest liquidations on Bitcoin are not going to be above our recent highs anymore, but actually exactly below the recent lows. Because if Bitcoin does get a push down, approximately 209 million of long trades are going to get tracked, are going to get liquidated. So to be honest right now, looking right now at our triangle, looking right now at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, the thing is, we really do not have to guess in which direction right here Bitcoin is going to move. If we go higher, of course, we are going to make money with all of our long trades. But the reality is, we are also going to know when potentially Bitcoin is going to start a major collapse towards downside. Again, in a case we start losing our value area low and also our daily level right here at approximately $66,400. So right now, what can actually be our next best trading idea for another short and also for another long position? So I would say like that, if you're looking right now for another short position, in my opinion, looking for a short at the golden Fibonacci ratio, it's actually going to be quite a smart idea. Stop loss placement above our area of resistance, looking of course right here for another major push towards downside. Once Bitcoin potentially is going to be trading below our recent lows right here, of course we can be taking the profits on our short trades. And of course also, because this specific level is actually a major zone of support, you can watch my yesterday's video, because I talked about some beautiful indications why the bottom on Bitcoin can actually be at approximately $55,000. But once we are going to be trading at this major area of support, we can then definitely look to fire another major or a buying position, not only Bitcoin, literally on the entire cryptocurrency market. That is right why, if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free bonus using the first link down below in the description, because you register, you're going to get 20 USDT completely for free. You deposit at least $100, you're going to get another 20 USDT, but also when you're going to open up your first trade, you're going to get an even bigger bonus using the first link down below. But also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.